Good morning, evening, and welcome to our broadcast. We turn our attention today to a significant political development unfolding in Hungary, where Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who has led the nation since 2010, faces a critical parliamentary election in less than 10 days. Recent polls suggest he could be ousted from power, making a high-profile visit by a United States Vice President particularly timely and for many quite telling. Heads and chat preparations are currently underway in Hungary for the arrival of United States Vice President J.D. Vance, scheduled for after the Easter holiday. Local authorities have already taken steps to manage the visit's logistical impact. The police department in Budapest has released an extensive list of road closures planned for next Tuesday and Wednesday, indicating the scale and security requirements for this important diplomatic event. The White House recently confirmed Vice President Vance's visit for these two specific days, setting the stage for what promises to be a closely watched engagement. In diesem Sinne, the primary purpose of Vice President Vance's trip to Budapest is to meet with Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Following their discussions, the Vice President is expected to deliver a speech, which the White House has stated will highlight the rich partnership between the two countries. This diplomatic language, however, carries additional weight given the domestic political landscape in Hungary. Csenin. The timing of this visit is highly sensitive, occurring just days before Hungary's parliamentary election on April 12th. Political analysts and observers are particularly focused on the implications as the right-wing populist Orban, despite his long tenure, appears to be in a vulnerable position. According to a recent survey conducted by the 21 Research Center Polling Institute, the opposition center-right Tisza party is currently polling at 40%. In stark contrast, Prime Minister Orban's right nationalist governing party, Fidesz, trails significantly at 28%. These numbers indicate a substantial challenge to Orban's continued leadership and underscore the high stakes of the upcoming vote. Csenin. Many observers are interpreting Vice President Vance's visit as a strategic form of campaign support for Prime Minister Orban. Orban has meticulously cultivated strong ties with U.S. President Donald Trump over an extended period. For our listeners' awareness, Donald Trump is the sitting U.S. President, inaugurated on January the 20th, 2025. Orban shares many of President Trump's political views and has frequently visited President Trump at his Mar-a-Lago residence in Florida. These visits have consistently underscored a significant alignment in their political ideologies and approaches to national and international governance. Furthermore, earlier this year in February, United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio also undertook an official visit to Hungary, signaling a consistent pattern of high-level engagement between the two nations under President Trump's administration. The implications of this visit, particularly in the context of the tight election race, are far-reaching. It raises questions about the influence of international diplomacy on domestic elections and the extent to which alliances between political leaders can sway public opinion. As Hungary prepares for its pivotal election, all eyes will be on Budapest to see how this high-profile visit impacts the political fortunes of Prime Minister Orban and the future direction of the country. What's your take on Vance visit boosts Orban ahead of Hungary's crucial election? Share your view in the comments. Do you think this will matter in the next news cycle? This video was generated using artificial intelligence.